Why do prayer? I want to share my 4 Ds of prayer, and I would love to hear yours. So, prayer to me, if I ask myself, why do I pray? The answer that comes to mind is because it's about relationship. Now, I don't know if you've had the silent bomb in your house where there's an issue, so no one really talks to each other because there's this issue. And then there's sometimes just that we don't have anything to say. We are kind of busy, life is kind of happening, so we don't necessarily spend the time to build that relationship. Prayer builds that relationship for us with God. So when we pray, it's not because we've got a laundry list or we've got a big issue or we need him to do something, but because we want to build the relationship. Now there's 4 Ds that I want to share with you that I believe will help you to build that relationship that you have with God through this prayer. And it's nothing more than basically a conversation. So the first D is desire. We need to want to spend time with him. You kind of know what it feels like when someone doesn't really want to spend time with you. And that desire or the lack of desire that they have to spend with you helps you to feel towards them in a certain way. If I know someone wants to spend time with me, I can feel that desire, and the time together is obviously awesome. So we can ask God to increase that desire in our hearts to spend time with him, and maybe not in a formal setting of you need to sit down and pray and do this and that, but let there be that flickering of I want to spend time with that person, and that person be God. The next D is discipline. Now, if we daily do this, we get into a habit of spending time with God. Now, the key and the greatness about having a habit about something is that it happens on autopilot. So if we daily do it, it kind of gets better. So I've made a point to, in the morning when I wake up, say good morning to my husband. It's just a habit. It's just something that I've decided to do because I know that it will aid our relationship. And what if we did that with God? What if we, when we woke up, said, morning, God, how are you? I know it sounds silly, but I bet he really wants to hear that we ask him how he's doing. And let's then be open to what he says, and let's share our day. And let not be this structured, formal thing, but just a daily habit of chatting with him. And the next one is then delight. So when we really have fun with God. So it's not this formal, strict, you have to do this in this format and that time and whatever. But when we have this, just having fun, spending time with him, there is this delight that we experience when we spend time with him. It's just so lekker. It is fun. He shares fun stuff with us. We don't necessarily have this to-do list to work through. We can just enjoy time with him. And then my last 4 is just do it. I know that it's challenging to start off with it and what do I say, how do we do this, but it's the same as with any relationship that you have, is you just jump in and you spend time together. You say, okay, well, let's go for a walk or let's go get ice cream. And that's my challenge for you, is to, instead of thinking of prayer as this major thing and specific words and the specific manner of doing it, it's just spending time with God. So here's my challenge, is take God out for an ice cream. My experience is that he likes it. I would suggest that you go out and you buy an ice cream. If you want to be radical, buy 2, because I think he likes it. Whether he eats it or not is irrelevant. But the fact is that we invite God into our lives if we make him part of our lives on a conscious level. So go eat ice cream with him. Just go for a walk. Just lie in your bed and say, God, what would you like to say to me? And even if it doesn't seem earth-shattering what he shares with you, it's still significant for you. The main thing that God always shares with me is that I love you. And I do not get tired of hearing that. So that's my challenge for you today, is to take the 4 Ds of prayer, to implement them in your life, and to see what happens. Who knows? You might be pleasantly surprised. Be blessed. See you tomorrow. Bye.